Welcome to Digital Learners. Today we are going to discuss a simple problem on related to relation operators. So I am first writing the documentation section. I am going to write the heading of this operations program. So I am going to write a C program with the content file, which is example for the relation operators. So C programming on a relation operators. So I am going to write this C program on a relation operators, and I have already written this documentation section, definition section, and this is an global declaration section, global declaration section. So now onwards, this is starting with a linking section with the open braces and close within the programming within the open braces and closing braces. This is the linking section, and now we have to start this programming on within this open and close braces. So first I am going to taking two integers, that is int a comma b. I have taken these two integers. Now at first I am going to take that print that on my output screen. I need a message, so I want to my compiler was to show that enter the values of a and b. So I need to give the values from the output screen. So printf brackets opening and quotes opening, and within these quotes I have writing this slash n. Enter the a and b value. So enter. So I want to read this. So we have written this, enter the a and b values, and so it will showing the on output screen, it will showing the enter a and b values. So now the a and b values was to taken from the output screen. So to taken this, I want to write the code for with, that is scanf opening brackets and opening quotes. So I have a and b, two integers, so I am taking two percentage d and percentage d. So one percentage d is assigned for m percentage a, and another for m percentage b. So a and b, and semicolon. And after completing of scanf, so it will taking the values from the output screen. So that is only two integers, that is a and b. So that's why I have written that percentage d and percentage d. Now I am going to with if condition. So I am going to conditional operation, sorry, conditions, that is if conditions. If a is greater than or is equals to b. Then so it will enter into this if statement. If statement is true, so then it will enters into the if block. So if block is within the open braces, open and closed braces. So in this I have to, if statement is correct, so if a is greater than or equal to b, so I need a message. So print f. So before going to this, I taking this a is greater than b. So I'm going to make this program in this order. So first is greater than and less than. So in a sequence way I'm doing this operation. So I'm changing this equal. So now printf, opening the bracket and opening and closing the quotes within the quotes, and the program the code is, so if a is greater than 3, it is printed that it has to printed that the value of a is greater than b. So it has to show that value of a is greater than value of b. So semicolon. If value of a is not greater than value of b, then it has to enter in the another block. So that is else block. Else opening the bracket, sorry, not opening that, if statement is wrong, then it will enter into else block. So in this else block I can write this. So for print f, the value of a is, so within the else I can write that another if. So if opening bracket a is less than b. So if the statement is correct, so it will enter into this block. So open brace and close the brace. Within this I have to print this message, but instead of greater than, simply it is less than. Less than b. So if this statement is also wrong, then again it will enter into again else block. Else, so in this else block, so now I am going to take it. So this is for what in the code I am writing in the screen. So it is trying to make sure the easy understanding purposes, so for better understanding purposes, so the code can be shortened. So within this entire code will be written in a half of the program, half of the course. So we can the code is, so until the code is 26 lines, there is and some more lines, totally the code is at approximately 40 lines. We can shortcut, we can complete this code within the 20 lines, but within the 20 lines means it is difficult to understand it for the beginners. So I'm using this much of time, I'm taking this much of time, and I'm using very, I'm trying to write this program maximum. I am enlarging this programming, so hope you can try to better understand. So again else part. in this else part I am taking if, again if, here the condition is, so same, so if a is greater than b, so instead of this I can just copy and paste here. So if a is greater than or equal to b, so if a is greater than b, greater than or equal to b, then it will enter into the another if block. So it will print the message it is greater than equal to b. So if this statement is also wrong, then it will enters into another block, so that is another else block. So in another else block we can also write another, so just a second, yeah. So within this else block we can write that another for a less than or equal to b of, so if a is less than or is equals to b, then if this condition is true then it will enter into the if block. So this if block it will print the message is less than equal to, less than equal to. So if this statement is also wrong, then it will again enter into the else block, again else block. So within this else block we can write again if code. So here a is equal to b. So actually this is not possible, because if a is greater than or equal to b, so in here also, in here if a is greater than or equal to b, then it will end this link. So if this if statement is correct, so it will enter into it will exit from the loop. So it is not possible in practically. So for just understanding purpose I am saying this. So if a is not is equals to b, so instead of this we can write the, so it is not required actually, so it is not possible, simply we can write this converted in this not is equals to. So yeah, if a is greater than, so if a is greater than b, then it will enter into this block. If a is not greater than b, then it will exit and from enter into the else block. So if a is less than b, it will enter into this block, so it will print the messages. And if a is not less than b, so it will again enter into else block. So continuously by continuously it will comes until here. So here if a is not is equals to b, then print this message a, value of a is not equal, not equal to, not equal to b. So then it will completed this and it will exit from this block. So now I'm going to save this. I'm going to save as, so program for relation operators, programs on relation operators. I am going to save this, compiling this, and zero errors and zero warnings. I am going to, it will asking for enter the AB value. A value is going to take A value is 20, B value is 30. So the value of A is less than B. So because A is less than B, now I am going to take with another one. So now 30, 20. So value of 30 is greater than 20. Value of A is greater than value of B. So A is greater than B. So now I am going to take this to equal, that is 25 and 25. Sorry, 25 and 25. So A, B are both values are same. So the value of A is greater than or equal to B. Because why? Because so in the sequence of programming, there is value of A is greater than B is equal to value is uh, so written in the at the front. So at this block only it will executed. So that's why here only this message was printed greater than equal to B. So if all programming is else, then it will end printed that the value of A is not equals to B. So this, hope you are understanding this these things. So if you think there is any critical on this, so please comment. I can try to develop this, try to shorten this program if anyone needs. And there is another way, but I think you can understand it. This is the easiest way to understand you. So if you face any difficult on this program, just please comment on the below. I can try to explain more again with a different program. So this is the today's sessions. So we can meet on tomorrow sessions, that is with another program. Thanks for the watching video.